Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from where you're watching us from. Today it's a beautiful day, a bit cold and chilly in Nairobi, Kenya, but yeah, we are doing well and making do with our winter. So this is Susan Kibe Sulu. I'm born again. I love Jesus. I am a product of grace, and I am so happy to come to you today. Today is a special day for me. It's my birthday, and I'm so happy to be doing purpose on my birthday. There's nothing more fulfilling than that. And so Susan Kibe is the founder of Claim Your Crown program, which does mentorship for teenage girls, moms parenting alone, who I call silver moms, and then just anybody going through their journey of life and wants to know, how do I find my identity, you know, working in self-awareness, just being able to help, and especially the woman. I know somebody asked me last week why I only do women. By the way, I think that is the space I found myself. But we are not saying that men don't have help. There are also very many people that are helping men. Yeah, so just helping a woman find herself and to be able to rise up despite any season of life. And today I'm also not alone in the studio. I have an amazing birthday gift right here with me. I have a friend of mine who I call my covenant sister, and we have been friends for a while. Now, last time I told you I was with a person who saw me when I was coming out from the relationship that the Holy Spirit told me not to get into. That was last time. Now today, if you have read my book, there's a chapter called The Waiting Bench. This friend of mine, she like monitored me through the waiting bench like a chick. You know the way, no, you cannot date, hold on, now date, how is, yani, waiting bench. I think I should have mentioned her name in this. So I'll allow her to introduce herself, and then we get right to the discussion of the day.
So hi, and let's just start it from the top. Happiest birthday!
Thank you. Thank you.
Happy birthday, and it's great to be doing this with you on your birthday.
Thank you.
And I'm just thinking how divine this is. Anyway, we'll get to that after that. So my name is Pauline Murioki Karugu. I'm born again. I love the Lord. And yeah, I do ministry. I'm also passionate, like my friend here, in women's ministry. We kind of walk the same path. And besides that, I am a facilitator of learning. I'm a learning and development professional, so you'll find me in class teaching and just helping you become a better professional in whatever area you are in. And yeah, it's good to be here to just to do what my sis is doing, and let's see how this conversation goes.
How it goes. Yeah. So as Pauline joins me today, I said we have been friends for a while, and when I call her a covenant sister, it's because she's been there through thick and thin, you know, the thickest of things. Hey, my goodness. So today we are going to have a very interesting discussion about friends for life. So how do we make friends? How do we choose our friends? How do we walk our walk and our journey as friends? Because last time, the time we discussed about boundaries, and we realized that sometimes people are not able to make boundaries, and so the relationships are broken and they hurt people. Friendship as well. There are people who normally say, me, let me just stay in my space, you know, because probably they have been hurt, wounded. They feel their friends have used them, and that is why we are here today to have this conversation. And it is our hope, prayer, and belief that you will get something from it, and you'll be able to make friends better. So today we discuss friends for life. So my sis, let's go.
Yeah.
Friends for life.
Yeah.
A lot of times we find ourselves, you know, just maybe clicking in business circles, social circles, in church, you know, and just say, this person is my friend, you know. But I feel like sometimes either we do not get to measure how are we friends, or because at the heat of the moment, the so-called friend is nowhere to be found. Yeah, all of a sudden their phones, they cannot answer your phone, or they are not reachable. So how do we navigate these friends for life?
Let's take it from the top. Yeah? Understand what is friendship and the place of friendship in life. Yeah. And I would say, you know, like friendship is the spice of life. The spice of life. Yeah. So besides everything else, add friendship. It becomes like the cherry on top.
On top, yeah.
So that's why even they say in marriage, marry your
friend.
Now we are being told as parents, become friends to your children. After you are a mother, become a friend to your child. I mean, everything has to do after you are what you are. add friendship to it. It means it's like the extra and the spice of life. But again, now we also need to differentiate between friends, acquaintances, people you've just met. So how you decide who is your friend and who you are a friend to determines the quality of that relationship. Like it's not every relationship that is friendship, but you can make it friendship. Like friends are made.
Wow.
Friends don't just become.
Friends are
So
made.
before I sit back and say, oh, you are my friend and you did not pick my calls, I need to first go back and say, is this a friendship or are we just acquaintances? Are we just sisters? Are we just serving together in church? Are we just working together? Or have we intentionally made it a friendship so that the expectations are clear?
From the word go.
From the word go, the expectations are clear. You are my friend. So my expectations are beyond you being my sister, beyond me serving God with you. To now you are my friend. So I think the expectations needs to be clear on both sides of the coin, such that, like what you're saying, if they said you did not pick their call, maybe you are their friend, but they are not your friend. I don't know if it's making a difference.
Yes.
So the expectations is not balanced. I'm your friend, but you don't consider me
A friend. Yes.
So when you don't pick my calls, for you it's okay. I mean, but for me, I'm feeling like, so is my friend, she did not pick. The expectations is not at the same level. So I think you need to be intentional and really define the relationship that this is now a friendship. And like I'm saying, friends are made. They don't just be. And even the Bible says whoever wants a friend must show himself friendly.
Yes.
So let me know the intention you really want us to be friends. Be friendly and I will actually tell you whether we are friends or not friends. So the expectations are very clear.
So what I'm getting just from that introduction is that there's work to be done.
Oh yes.
You said intentionality, then you said friends are made. So sometimes I feel like we are also, like we don't want to put in the work. People want easy things. It's like we said, high five, no, we are tight. And so tomorrow, if the way I said that, let me just use that example, or I did not respond to your text, I blue ticked you. Meanwhile, I'm thinking, that was my family time, or it was past my time. Some of us at 10, your phone goes on D&D. So no even no call can come in. Because probably you've been on screen so long now, I need to rest. So probably I didn't even sit, I'm like, you know what, I'll respond tomorrow. But on the other side, you feel like it's such a serious matter to you because I blue ticked you. So what I'm getting is that the intentionality has to be there. It's like a personal thing. We are working on this thing, just like the way you cultivate a plant or something. And also set expectations from the word go. Let me know. Once you have defined this is our friendship, then I know what to expect from this friendship. But I don't know whether to ask how easy is that, or is it from an individual point of view that by the time I'm considering someone a friend, because there are people who you can even meet in an event, oh hi, how are you, what do you do, and you connect from the word go, and probably from there you have a conversation. There are people who've been friends, like I have friends from maybe campus, high school and campus, who we don't meet as often, but when we meet, it's like we were together yesterday, you know. So I feel like once as you're defining when you're defining the friendship from that level, also we have to be keen to put in the work. I don't know what you have to say about that.
Friendships costs something. Like friendships are costly. It will cost you time. It will cost you time. You have to make time for your friendships, otherwise they will die.
That's it.
It will cost you goodwill. I must have good intentions. I must think positive about it. I must be positive even about the friendship itself. So it will cost me goodwill. I'm also thinking it will cost me also money.
Yes.
Now it's your birthday, I have to think what I'm doing.
Still now.
You know? I mean, you're having this, I need to come. You're doing this, it will also cost me money. Like, it will cost me prayers. I don't know what friends are these you have that don't pray for you. It will cost you prayers. You have to pray for your friends. It will cost something. Friendships are not built in convenience. They are built out of a lot of sacrifice and an extra. If you are very convenient, I will see you when I can. I will do this, or I'll call you when I can. Convenience friendships don't grow well, or they don't do well. But that extra and that sacrifice is what keeps friendships. And because we are believers, we can just go and look back to the Bible. Jesus had to walk back to Akina Lazarus. He was, I don't know, in a different town.
Yes.
But he's told, Master, your friend
your
has
friend
died. And he has to move from wherever he is to just go and see his friend who has died. Remember, he's talking about, this is my friend. And when you got there, we also see his emotions. He cries. So friendship will even cost you emotions. Like, you know, a lot of sacrifice. Would have preferred to say, oh, Poleni Sana, and go on his journey. But because this is my friend, I have to go back to where they're telling me my friend is. So it's not, it must cost something. Yeah. And also, and that's why we say, even as you're building on friendship, count the cost. Yeah. Count the cost.
Yeah.
And friendships don't do well when you are the only one who is doing things. And then you feel like I am not doing. So it becomes unequally yoked. And eventually that friendship will die because one will feel used or abused or you know, or something like that. But yeah, it does cost.
It does cost.
Put in the work, the goodwill, the prayer, the sacrifice, you know, time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's say I have met this person and probably we met in an event. Maybe you have a mutual friend.
Yeah.
So you met at a wedding.
Yeah.
Sat on the same table. So you have spent a lot of time together that day.
Yeah.
Oh, so what do you do? Whatever like that. We exchange contact. And then I think, oh, this is somebody I would want to hear from you again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I have taken your contact. And then probably now once we go back to our day-to-day activities, from my end, I thought we connected. We even had chemistry. High-fiving, our stories were clicking.
Yeah.
And then probably I have tried to reach out once, twice, you know, because of course after a month I'll not remember. At where did we meet again? Because I've not met this person before. So if you find yourself in such a situation, and probably I feel like know what you're saying. You feel like one person is giving too much, the other one. So would you say there's a point where I can analyze and see, I don't think. Yeah, let me just move on. I didn't even know you before the wedding. Yeah. Or or somebody may feel like probably this person will still come back to me. Probably maybe they are going through stuff, they'll still come back. Or at this point when I'm counting costs and thinking, you know what, I don't feel like I'm forcing it. I feel like I'm forcing issues. So how about I just stop even texting you, and even if you were to maybe check out your business and see how we can work together, I don't consider that anymore. So at what point do you feel we should be able to like analyze how is this going? Probably if it's a new friendship, how is this going? If it's not working for me, moving on.
I would take it in two ways. Yeah. Define the relationship. Some relationships are purely for networking and business and shouldn't get into friendship. Like your boss may just remain your boss. Sometimes we hurt ourselves because we try to stretch relationships into friendships that were not supposed to be friendships.
Yeah.
So I have met you in some cocktail.
Yeah.
And you should be like a professional colleague or a professional contact or something. I may not be able to turn you into my hangout buddy, into my hangout friend.
Yeah.
And so I think someone should be able to know what relationships are going into friendship and what relationships should just remain as they are. So I have met you in Sue's function, like I've met most of your friends in functions. They remain just that. There are those who maybe have graduated now to become friends, but there are those whose relationship have remained just that. We are
the next event.
Yes. We are cordial when we meet and we will hug and we're very excited to see each other. How are you? Since that time.
Yes.
And it's okay. And if I see you going into an event for their thing, I may want to tag along. But it's very clear they're not becoming my friend.
Yes.
We are just cordial and that relationship is supposed to just be like that. But there are those now who we graduate into becoming friends. So I think it is in defining relationships. So what is going into a friendship and what is remaining what it is? Because if you drag what is supposed to be what it is into a friendship, you will hurt. because you are not in their list of hangouts.
That's
You are not,
it.
and you want to put them in
Yes,
yours.
yes.
So you get frustrated all the time. Oh, I'm doing a birthday party for my son. I'm inviting you. You didn't come, and they're thinking, how did we get there? Yeah, I'm not. We
Yeah.
are not there.
Yeah.
You see, or you see they are doing some nice party and they didn't invite you,
And I
you're
get
like,
angry.
oh my God,
God.
they didn't invite me.
Imagine.
But you are not their friend.
You're not in their
But
space.
you are cordial. Yeah, you
Yeah.
are you have a separate kind of relationship. Yeah, and maybe that kind of relationship was not being invited into the party, and it should just be that. I think, yeah, define your relationships and know what is going into friendship and what is remaining what it is. Yeah, so that you not your expectations are right, and you're not
Yes.
expecting too much,
Too
or
much.
exactly,
Yeah.
or you don't feel like, oh, they betrayed you or they played you down, but you are in the wrong space. They are not in that space with you. You know. And I think that is what happens a lot too with people. You hang out with people, or they're in your crowd, and you think they're your friends, but they are not. And like we see a lot in social media, I may say, someone is depressed and and going through suicidal things, and people are like, but they have so many friends, and you start counting the people you see around them.
Yeah.
Ati, "Ai, kwani akina nani, they are their friends." But this person has been lonely, but surrounded by so many people.
my God.
They are now a case of suicidal and depression,
Yeah,
and now the
and those
rest
people
of
are
us
not
have to
aware.
come in up and
Yeah.
and you're wondering, but they have so many people surrounding them. Kwani, where are her friends? Where are his friends? They were not. That's why they have been lonely in there. But to them, they thought all these people surrounding me are my friends. Just when you're there, you realize actually they are not my friends. So it's very important to be very clear.
Very clear.
Yeah, who are your friends? Because you could be hanging around so many people, but they are not your friends. But in your perspective, you think they're your friends. Until a day hits and you realize, well, I'm alone. And all of us are shocked. Why are you alone? We see Kinanani with you.
Around you, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you talked about that, like, but sometimes I also feel when you talked about probably you may have high expectation and the other person is not even aware you are like that because of lacking to define the extent of friendship. And something just came to my mind. Do you think there's a connection between this, how we are defining our friendship, and as we make friends, and an individual's even state of, I don't want to say mental health really, but sometimes your mental health is lacking, so you'll make the wrong friends, or you'll feel entitled when somebody you have met them for the first time, or yeah. So what would you say is the connection between a person's wholeness, your well-being as a whole person, socially, mentally, emotionally, and all that? Because I feel sometimes I may be working so hard to fill in some space, something I'm lacking emotionally. Meanwhile, this person is wondering, when did we get here?
Yeah.
No. I don't know what
Oh
you'd
gosh,
say about
you're so right, because I don't know, whoever said you attract your kind.
Yeah.
You're msemo.
Well,
I don't know.
yes.
Yeah, you attract your kind.
Yeah.
They say toxic people attract toxic
Yeah.
people because they move around with this toxicity aura around them, so they will attract toxic people. Happy people attract happy people. So I mean, who you are, ultimately you attract your kind. If you are toxic and you come to me, in a short while, when I realize your toxicity, I will pull away. Yeah, because I am not toxic, I will pull away. But the people who will stay with you are the toxic nature, because them you are alike, you attract your kind, right? So who you are determines the kind of people that stay around you. So work on yourself so that you can attract the kinds of friends
Yes.
you want. Because if you are not that, even if you attract them, they will not stay. Yeah. If you're this sad, demanding, this high maintenance. Yeah. I will come, you'll attract me, I will come into your space.
Yeah.
But at I realize your high maintenance levels, I will not manage. So I will pull away. Yeah. And so you'll go through a cycle of you attract people, but they can't keep up with your friendship. They will keep pulling away because of your high maintenance. Now, those ones who are like you, high maintenance, may try to stay. But again, those friendships won't hold. Why? Who is maintaining who? Both of you are high maintenance, so you have no time to maintain each other. So utapata you'll fall out. But if you are whole, you will attract whole people. If you are needy, you will attract very needy people. If whatever you are, that is the kinds of people you will attract. So I think, you're right. Take a step back. The Bible says, what manner of person ought you to be? What manner of person ought I to be? What do I want to be? Then now from there, work on being that. And then you will attract those kinds of people. You'll attract those kinds of people. But if you're not very, let me put it the other way around, work on you to attract the kinds of people you want. Like, it works backwards, not going forward. Because if you attract them and they come and find those things, they will pull out. The friendship will die.
So I think what I'm getting from that also is, if someone feels like I need to have this kind of person in my life, in my space as my friend, or maybe I have seen your friendship with someone, I'm like, oh, I want to be, I want my friendship to be like that. And I have not worked on myself. So by the time I'm admiring what I am seeing, I don't even understand how you have worked to be where you are, and I want to draw that to myself. Would you say that this person
exactly
is being selfish? You're being self-centered. Because I don't want to put in the work, but I want to see what I am seeing. In happening to me as well, or being in that space myself. Because I think those deficiencies come, you have talked about being whole, being a wholesome person, working on you and all that. So I think by the time I notice, me and anger issues, there are people I cannot hang around, Because if they come, and maybe even their anger material, it will be short fuse on short fuse, we're always on fire. So I think once somebody is able to identify their deficiencies, and because I also believe friendship should complement, because we are not the same, right? For a friendship to be strong and healthy, we should be able to complement each other. So I feel what you have said about before, as you define, I'm working on myself. So whatever is my deficiency, even if I'm looking to make a friend, I would want to have a friend that is strong in that area, that can be able to pull me up and help me. Because also, in part of also working on the friendships and the work you're putting in, sometimes I feel like, I don't want to have such kind of a friend. I was somewhere yesterday with a friend of mine, Betty, Betty. And at some point I told her, are we going? It's cold. But he said, no, we are going. We are not hearing any of that. Can you dress warm? And so later I was telling her at the end of the day, by the way, Betty, we all need a tough big sister like you, tough love. We have planned this thing we are doing. Is it snowing? Can we dress warm as we go? So how would you say is the balance of, as I'm defining friendships and I want to make a friend, I should be ready to know the kind of person I'm inviting in my life. I'll be able to take their correction, their rebuke, so that I can be complimented to be strong.
Absolutely, because friendships should definitely make you better. It should make you better. And it's even in the Bible, good company, bad company. So you cannot be this very good company that allows bad negativity. You will soon be negative like them. So in choosing, as much as you are being conscious and intentional about your deficiencies and working on yourself, you are also looking out for friends who will come and make you better, not make you worse or take you in a different tangent. I summarize it as, you choose your friends, they don't choose you. So make the best choices. Friends don't choose you, you choose. And the parameters of how you choose friends is now what we are discussing. Your deficiencies, what you're looking for, what you need in life. You choose friends. So empower your ability of making choices. Choose well, choose godly, choose values, choose, it's in the power of your choices, because you ultimately choose your friends. They don't choose you.
Amazing. Wow. I feel like some of these topics you cannot even summarize in a session, but I want to believe that if you're watching this video and you have not had a very easy time with making friends and all that, that now you have picked something about defining what the friendship you want, so that you can manage your expectations. Other people will keep hurting you and you are out there getting angry for no reason. I don't know why you are angry, yet you are angry, and it is you can validate it. So I believe you have gotten something from this video, and I look forward to probably having a continuation of this sometime soon, so that even as you engage with us, the comments you send us, the emails, the phone calls, we'll be able to address that and also see how best we can be able to guide you. Because like, we have been friends for how long? It's been long.
Yeah. It's
So
been a
long,
while.
such that through my seasons of life,
Yeah.
she was able to still hold me. And still,
Yes.
when time came for me to get married, she was my maid of honor.
Yeah.
You know, through all those seasons and all that. So
Yeah.
by the time somebody is working with you, that journey like that,
Yeah.
like I can even deposit my children in her home and I'm okay. But I'm not the kind that does what are they called, sleepovers, and that is me.
Yeah.
But I know my children will be safe
Yeah.
in her house. They'll be
Same for
taught
me.
well.
Yeah.
So I hope you have picked something or two about friendships, and as you work on friends for life, it is my hope and desire that you also start by working on yourself. Be whole. You'll attract a whole person, you know,
Yeah.
for a friend. And so until next time, God bless you and enjoy.